IMDb users rank this episode as number 2 in the original series, just shy of Jesse's song at number 1. So let's get started and see what's shaking at the max. There's a big photography assignment due, and Slater gets all sensitive and wanting to take pictures of butterflies and flowers. Cute, but Zack is still looking for his inspiration.
Hello, inspiration.
Zack immediately starts taking pictures.
Should I say cheese?
Bet you can't say it without a smile. Hi, I'm Zack Morris.
Hi, I'm Danielle Gordon.
That worked? Whenever I take pictures of random girls, I get banned from Denny's for life. Danielle has a flat tire, and the pizza delivery guy from Home Alone won't let her use the payphone. No worries. We all know that Zack has a cell phone. Is he doing the high sign from our gang? He is. That's weird. Zack tells Danielle not to worry. He's not just a pretty face, he can change a tire. And here's where we need to take a step back for a minute, because the major theme of this episode is presented, but also absent. It's presented by Zack lying about being a fellow USC Trojan and then getting invited to the attic, an 18 and up club. Zack wants what he cannot have, the privileges of being older. And come on, Zack, this isn't the first cute, brunette older girl you've lied to. How did the last one pan out? Our supposed theme, the privileges of being older, is also absent, as Kelly's storyline was reduced during editing. Did you notice Zack at the top of the episode chatting up a worker? That's Kelly. SBTB Anniversary reported, and writer Brett Dewey didn't see a need to correct it, that Jeff and Kelly were supposed to have a conversation that hinted at their age gap. This would have strengthened the theme, but instead the episode glosses over it by just having fun with the guys and their little hijinks and, oh yeah, there's some Jeff and Kelly sprinkled in too. Apparently Mr. Belding teaches the photography class. Now, I personally know nothing of developing film, but all other forms of media show this type of thing being done in a darkroom. And over here, in full view of everyone, Screech is making fake IDs.
You idiots! No one's gonna believe I'm 54 years old.
Why wouldn't you just put 21, man?
Every day, hundreds of kids go into the liquor store with their fake IDs, and every single one says they're 21. How many 21-year-olds do you think there are in this town? Strategy, all right?
That night, a school night, Zack hosts a sleepover, and we finally get to meet his mom, or as Mr. Belding refers to her,
my favorite California girl.
Come on, Mom, come on. We're not little kids anymore.
Yeah, we got the IDs to prove it.
This is a fun gag, but the germaphobe in me can't help but notice that Slater puts the bitten portion of the brownie in Screech's mouth. No doubt, there are some of you who think this is a moment where I do a classic perv on Slater bit with the whole transfer of saliva thing. But no, this is a line I will not cross. After Mrs. Morris does her due diligence in checking for girls, the boys inflate dummies and shed their PJs. But hold up. Never mind the fact that all 3 dummies have the same dark hair. But look at the pajamas. Slater's matches, but Screech's is wearing red, like Zack, while Zack's is wearing white with some red, like Screech. If the boys are checked on, it will look like Zack gave up his bed to Screech. They really are best friends. But also, why a sleeping bag on top of Zack's covers? Alright, it's time to see if those fake IDs work!
What are you trying to pull? This ID is fake, man.
What do you mean his is fake? He's clearly like 32 or something. And because this is a fun show for kids with a wacky premise, Zack, as a 54-year-old, gets in easily, as does Slater. Screech, of course, gets Regied. Inside the club, Zack finds Danielle and she finally gives him her thanks for the tire assistance. It's a charmed life you lead, my boy. Fun fact, Mark Paul Gosselaar had a crush on this actress. Yeah, this kiss probably helped. Another fun fact, Joan, the gal Slater schmoozes, is played by Joanna Sucherman, an assistant to the producers. And there's Screech getting Regied. As the night wears on, Slater shows off pictures of Jessie. For our younger viewers, before phones got so smart, pictures you wanted to show off had to be carried around in your wallet. It's 2 a.m. and time to call it a night, but wait a minute. We We've been here the whole time and are just barely seeing Jeff with another girl? Whoa! Now this is a great scene. Remember how this sleepover was on a school night? Well, Mr. Belding wants to show off some of his pictures with a slide projector. Hopefully it's not the one from Good Morning, Miss Bliss.
Now, as I recall, you received a very nice slide projector 3 years ago.
I did, and I appreciate it. There's a slide of you and Mrs. Belding at Club Med jammed in it.
Let's put a pin in that while we set up the punchlines.
Oh, this is Mrs. B at SeaWorld.
Why is she eating raw fish?
Now, this is funny because we get to imagine the yet unseen Mrs. Belding as a very large woman, which could be why Miss Bliss was annoyed with the jammed slide projector. The show could have let this be a one-off, but we joyfully get a second joke because the boys were asleep when Mr. Belding clarified that his wife was not Shamu.
She's a whale of a woman, sir, whale.
Let's remember these jokes for when we finally meet Becky Belding next season. The guys have been trying to hide the Jeff bombshell from Kelly, but of course Screech blabs about it, and the crew convinces Zack that he should be the one to tell her.
Believe me, Zack, she'll thank you.
You maggot-mouthed liar, you're just jealous. Jeff would never cheat on me.
Ooh, that sucks. But Zack has planted a seed, and when Jeff gets weird talking about curfews, Kelly starts doubting things. And check out Jeff repeating his power move. First kiss on an underage girl? Gaslighting. Let's talk about Saturday! Zack and Danielle are going to meet up at the attic again.
Funny, but I never see you on campus.
Danielle, sweetheart, USC is massive. Why would you think you'd ever just run into anyone there? Do you actually go to USC? Are you and Zack both lying to each other?
Funny, but I never see you on campus.
Well, see, when you're a photojournalism major, you've got to be out snapping life as it happens.
Not the worst cover. It sure beats that other time he lied to an older brunette about attending a secret campus for experimental 9th graders. What's also happening Saturday? Peter, Paul, and Mary are in town, and Zack's mom invites him along. Zack lies and says he'll be at Slater's, but this makes me sad for Mrs. Morris, as it reminds me of when I invited my kids to a concert for my favorite band from 30 years ago, and they laughed at me. New plan! Jesse and Lisa want to catch Jeff in the act, but they need some fake IDs.
Hey, Screech, just make sure you finish on these for Disney and Lisa.
Can we all acknowledge that this is a great Screech episode? I love this next part where Kelly asks him about the fake IDs.
Why are you making them IDs?
Well, because we're going back to the attic tomorrow night. Don't ask me why.
He's self-aware enough to know he's going to spill the beans, and it is glorious.
Did you see Jeff there?
I want to jump back here for just a second.
Yeah, and when we catch that dog, we're gonna dance all over his face.
What if he's not there this time?
There are some ladies that really find that imagery funny.
Yeah, and when we catch that dog, we're gonna dance all over his face.
What if he's not there this time?
I don't know who hurt you, laughing ladies, but I hope someone danced on their faces.
Men are such fools. I hope I never become one.
So it's Saturday, and while Zack awaits Danielle's arrival, we see that Screech has donned a ZZ Top beard to no avail, as he still gets Reggied. And did anyone really know an aggro, hulking, herky-jerky girl like Reggie, or Rhonda Robustelli, or Peggy, also known as the not Rhonda Robustelli? Alright, now let's get stupid. Zack's parents get back from their concert.
He'll like this.
Yeah, Mom, he's gonna put that up with his U2 and Janet Jackson posters. Parents, am I right? Then Danielle calls, but if she knows Zack is going to be waiting at the attic, why call his phone? I get that it's a mobile phone, but a stud like Zack can't have that big old thing in his pocket while he dances. She should know better than to call him. Well, this phone call outs Zack's lies, and for once it's nice that Screech isn't the one to ruin everything. Danielle better hurry up because Zack is accidentally copping feels on Lisa. It's like in The Babysitters when he accidentally got his arm stuck between a baby and a boob. Here, he misjudges Lisa's shoulder position and, yep, finds a boob instead. Lisa barely walks across the floor and sees Jeff.
Would you rather encounter a bear or a man?
Is Jeff both? What is that bear hug shuffle step dance? Lisa grabs Jesse and Slater, who were practically dancing right next to Jeff. How did they miss this? I mean, Slater could have been distracted by Jesse's fantastic dress. I'm sorry, I got lost. A smoke show just walked in and I don't remember what I was saying. Oh well, Kelly finds out that Jeff is a bad dancer.
Kelly, what are you doing here?
I still have an hour until my curfew. I could have been here the whole time.
It's not like we're going steady or anything.
I broke up with a great guy for you.
With Jeff out of her life, Kelly says she'll be okay. But see if you can hear Slater's barely audible response as the girls leave.
Hey, I'll be okay after a few minutes of screaming in the ladies' room.
Yourself out. Yourself out.
Knock yourself out. Well, Zack's mom shows up and takes their fake IDs, but the Danielle thread is left open. He'll call her. Does he keep seeing her with a new fake ID? We don't know. We do know that Jeff is gone. Is he still Kelly's boss at the Max? Unclear. Maybe he works in a back room with Max. What we do know is that Jeff was around for 3 episodes. The Last Dance, The Aftermath, and Fake IDs. The Last Dance and The Aftermath were logically produced back to back, but Fake IDs came 2 episodes later, giving off the impression that Jeff and Kelly had been dating for a bit. Which 2 episodes were produced in between? The 2 evil stepbrother ones. But what aired? The Surgery, which was produced 5 episodes later than this one, and which showcased an oddly touchy and attentive Kelly, and Check Your Mate, which was produced even later and had 0 Kelly romance cues. With the 2 Wicked Stepbrother episodes coming up very soon, we'll see if there are any out-of-place Kelly and Jeff references. Zack's mom was played by Melody Rogers. She won 2 Emmys for her work on 2 on the Town, which she hosted for 7 years. Her other on-screen roles are sparse, but she does return for 2 more episodes this season and for The Wedding in Vegas. The bouncer Joey is kind of a fun one. He was played by Oscar Dillon, a competitive bodybuilder named Mr. Missouri and Mr. USA, among other titles. He was a policeman, musician, actor, and Michael Jackson's bodyguard. Look at his lats! Finally, Danielle was played by Julie St. Clair. Despite being some incredible eye candy, her Hollywood career is a bunch of one-offs or small movie roles. She did have 33 appearances in Santa Barbara, as well as a lead role in AJ's Time Travelers, a show mired in copyright that can only be seen as a bootleg. What's going on here?
This is a tough one. We really dug ourselves into a hole.
Woof! We all know how much I love when an actor appears on the same show in different roles, and Julie did just that in VIP. In season 2, she plays the bad guy's girlfriend, Carmen. Hello, post-shower scene. In season 4, she played, you guessed it, the bad guy's girlfriend, Mona. Hello, post-shower scene. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Julie was also in the Wheels on the Bus videos. Now, where were these when my kids were watching mindless sing-alongs? Oh no! I hate everything now! Well, the last credit of note was an appearance on Freddy's Nightmares! She was in the episode with Suzanne Terra. She was the worthless friend who valued makeouts over best friends. Man, Suzanne deserved better than that.
Men are such fools! I hope I never become one.